हेलो, नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल, केड़ो हाल है, कसा काय। मैं हूँ आभा, आपकी होस्ट मेरे इस प्रोग्राम फूल खिले हैं गुलशन गुलशन में, जहाँ मैं आपकी मुलाकात करवाती हूँ कुछ ऐसे सफल लोगों से जिन्होंने अपने जीवन में सफलता के शिखर को बड़ी शिद्दत के साथ, बड़ी मेहनत के साथ, बहुत एक स्ट्रगल के साथ हासिल किया है। With that, continuing this series, today I have Mr. Jitesh uh, with me, Jitesh Khanna, who is an entrepreneur, writer, artist, activist, and what not. List is so long. Let me welcome Jitesh Khanna on the screen and let us all know from himself only what is he doing. Welcome Jitesh to my show.
Thank you so much, Avaji. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here. And thank you so much for saying so many things about me. I'm just a ordinary person who's trying to bring out his best. I feel everybody can do it if they try hard enough.
Yes, that's so humble of you. Jitesh, we will start with your childhood memories. That share something about your childhood. How did you spend it, and where did you got educated, and what is your educational background?
So my childhood was shuttling between Delhi, where I'm born, and then J&K because my father and my grandfather were doing a lot of projects there. They
Okay.
did a lot of hydel projects, bridges, sports complexes, townships. So my father and my grandfather were there. So I was very lucky. So I was exposed to both the cultures. But I think the biggest influence in my childhood has been my grandmother. किसी भी बच्चे की लाइफ में आई फील जब बिगेस्ट इन्फ्लुएंस एक मदर या ग्रैंडमदर होती है ना तो वो एक अलग ही डायमेंशन मिल जाती है उसकी लाइफ को स्पेशली so my grandmother was a very spiritual person. She was a Vedantic. She was highly educated in all our scriptures, and she was the kind of person who you infused a lot of sanskars in me. More than sanskars, she gave me a very broad thinking. So at a very young age, she started teaching me about Para Brahma, about Atma, about Paramatma, about Advaita philosophy. And imagine a young boy who has been exposed to such wonderful philosophies. So it expanded my mind. It made me understand. Empowered me because one thing that she always taught me was that Aham Brahmasmi. The supreme is within us only, and we can manifest all its qualities. So my childhood was a very wonderful childhood because it was spent in the most beautiful company of this lovely family who was very nurturing and caring, especially my grandmother, who was a matriarch. She was a very strong lady. So I learned from her how to really be at the center of the family and take care of everyone. She was a very giving person. So that was a great, great influence of my childhood.
Very nice. So, if I ask you, what education qualification did you achieve after that?
Yeah. So after that schooling, I came back to Delhi from Delhi University. I did my graduation. Then from Viganelli College, I started studying. So my purpose was to clear my course and then go abroad. So I had planned for abroad, and then my father had facial paralysis, Bell's palsy. So he told me to stay for some time and help him in the business. And that time I was not interested in business. I wanted to go abroad and settle there. That was the dream I had. Like most youngsters, so most youngsters I meet, they feel that there's a foreign dream. You go abroad, the quality of life is better. You get a lot of options. You grow. So there's this whole fantasy about. But luckily, that didn't happen with me. I say luckily because to be in your own country and prosper here is even far more wonderful. So my father was unwell. I stayed back for a year. I told him that I'll help him for a year in his real estate business. पर आवाजी कई बार क्या होता है कि आपकी जो डेस्टिनी होती है, आपका जो लाइफ होती है, वो आपको एक ऐसे मोड़ पे लाके खड़ा कर देती है जो आपके लिए सही डायरेक्शन होती है. शायद आप उस टाइम क्रिप भी करते हैं, शायद आप उस टाइम यू डोंट बिलीव इन दैट सो आई got into a situation where I felt कि यार ये क्या हो गया. And of course, I really love my father, so I wanted him to get better and help him in whichever way I can. So one thing I've always seen from my father was an excellent son. He would always take care of his parents. He would always go and I know it's become very old-fashioned nowadays for people, but somehow there was a great sense of peace in that. So I stayed back. I thought I'll take care of my father. and I'll do my best whichever way. So I got myself into the business I didn't know about. Initially, everybody thought that real estate business is something that I don't think he'll be able to do. But I got into it and I enjoyed it. I started going to my architect's office, started learning about designing part, about interiors. And I'm a quick learner. My learning curve is very good. And then next buildings, I started designing stuff. I started sitting with my architect and I started giving my inputs. And when the building would come out, it would be like a painting. When an artist जब एक painting बनाता है उसके बाद जब उसको देखता
Wow.
है निहारता है, so I realized that it's a great business, and then the real estate boomed, and I did very well. And one of the core things that I focused on was quality. I always believe that it is always better to have a great reputation. It is always better to do your best. Profits can go a bit down, but ultimately, in a longer run, you're a winner. So putting your best in the work and enjoying it. I used to really enjoy my work. I used to feel that it's like reading a painting. I'm an
Wow.
artist, so I do paintings. I do abstract. So it was like this buildings coming out beautifully, with good quality, and people would appreciate it. I would not only get money, but I would also get this inner satisfaction, which is far more important than money.
True,
So
very
that is
true.
how I started, and so I stayed back and started working. Yeah.
Very true. So how come you have turned from, entrepreneur to writing and author, became an author?
So at a very young age, I started writing. I had a knack of writing my feelings. I would write them very beautifully, and I was very fond of reading. So again, coming back to my childhood, my great grandfather was a great influence in my life in that ways. He was an avid reader. He was a ferocious reader. He would read magazines and books. So he used to get those books and magazines at home, and I used to go through them, and I picked up that habit from him. And I think luckily that was one of the best habits I ever picked up, because they say leaders are readers. So I picked up that habit and I started enjoying books, and I just realized books are magical. So if you see Awaji, once you enjoy writing and reading, once you go into a book and you're lost into it, it's altogether different feeling. So that is how I started reading, and then I got into writing. I started writing proses and poetry as a kid, and my buas, they're very creative. I have four of them, very creative, all of them. And
Okay.
one of them would encourage me, and she would read the poetry, and she would say, "You're very, very good. You continue." So the thing about writing is, initially when you write okay, but with practice over the time, you start understanding how to express yourself, and then how to
Very
express
true.
yourself creatively, and then the
Very true.
creative part also starts coming in. So that's how I started writing, and that just became a part of my life. And then from there, I just started doing blogs, and I started doing all sorts of things. And till date, I love reading and writing. It's one of the most important, rejuvenating part of my life.
Great. So do you remember any of your poem which you can, make us hear and our viewers should, get
Yeah,
encouraged
so
to
I
hear?
write very long poems and I write very short quotes.
Okay.
Uh, like lot of them. I mean, I usually write. So my writing is very influenced by certain poets, like Persian poets like Jalaluddin Rumi, Hafiz,
Mhm.
Shams Tabrizi. They were
Okay.
great poets, Persian poets, and their
So you
poetry
write in English
had.
or Urdu?
I write mostly in English,
Okay.
though I'm very fond of Urdu poetry.
Mhm.
Faiz Ahmad Faiz, Ahmad Farah Sahab, Ghalib is the
Wow.
king. You can't talk about Urdu poetry without starting about Mirza Ghalib.
True.
So Gulzar Sahab, a lot of great poets. Nida Fazli Sahab, unfortunately he passed away, but he had written the most beautiful ghazals ever. So I started writing in English mostly, and I write 2 lines, 3 lines, but which have very deep meaning. Like so many stuff that I've written, like Despair, my favorite guest, never comes alone, always accompanied by a gift no one can own.
Wow.
Or I mean, I just write and write and write, and
It
it comes to me.
happens.
You have
It
muse
happens
flashes.
with me also. If you ask what kind of poem I write, I do write in Hindi, but at the same time, if you
Okay.
tell me pick any one on the spot, it becomes very difficult. So moving on to
Yeah,
our next
because
question. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Please complete.
no, because so much is written. You write so much that all your work is your favorite work. You can't pick up one, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
very core of my work is giving a message, a short message which contains a lot of profundity.
That means a lot. Yes. Going to the next question. What is the biggest challenge? What was the biggest challenge you have faced in your life? right? It was like a big challenge in itself when your father asked you to take over his business. So apart from that, any such big challenge which make you really, scratch your head कि ये कैसे होगा?
I faced a challenge that I've seen a lot of youngsters face, and that's why probably very good question that you brought up. In fact, it's one of the most appropriate questions. When I started my work, the two challenges I had was one, I was heartbroken that I was going abroad. I had a dream, and what happened. And now when I look back, I remember वो हरिवंश राय साहब की एक poem है. He says, "मन का हो तो अच्छा, ना हो तो और भी अच्छा."
Hmm.
And I realized that शायद मैं बाहर जाता तो इतना खुश नहीं होता जितना मैं हिंदुस्तान में रह के being part of the growth story of India. I was able to build a lot of wealth. I was able to build a lot of name. I was able to build a lot of self confidence. The second challenge I had was that because this was a field where I had no expertise in, तो मुझे लगा कि मैं ये कर नहीं पाऊंगा शायद. So there was a lack of self belief, which I covered with hard work, because मैं बहुत इनसिक्योर था उस टाइम कि मैं कैसे करूंगा. मुझे यहाँ रख तो दिया उन्होंने, काम में डाल भी दिया, मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं आता है. And that was the time I realized our insecurities are a gift. Because we are insecure, we want to go beyond our shell. We want to go beyond our limitations. We want to strive hard. We lower down our ego. We are more open to learning. So I started learning and growing more in life. And that was the biggest challenge of self-belief. I remember Vivekananda's, words. He says that तुम्हें अपने सभी देवी देवताओं में, जो हमारे कितने हैं, 84 करोड़ शायद, जितने भी हैं, देवी देवताओं में विश्वास है, पर अपने आप पे विश्वास नहीं है, then there is no salvation for you. So I learned self-belief. When I started working, I realized, wow, I could do this, I could do that. And then I started selling my products. Then I realized I was good at sales also, because there was an element of honesty in my sales. I was not selling anything. I was just showing people what hard work I've done. So I think the two challenges that I overcame was, first, that I was heartbroken, that life didn't go the way I planned. But it is good that life doesn't go the way you planned. That's the beauty of life. And
So
that's
life has
real
their
life.
own
Otherwise,
plans.
madness.
Life has its own
Yeah, yeah,
plans, right? So you cannot challenge
yeah.
them. हम सोचते कुछ और है, हमेशा होता कुछ और है. और जो उन्होंने प्लान किया होता है भगवान ने, वो सबसे ज्यादा खूबसूरत होता है अक्सर. इनिशियली हमें
जी.
लगता है कि बहुत तकलीफ वाला कुछ भगवान ने हमें दे दिया है, बट लेटर ऑन हमें उसकी खुशी ही होती है ना? और तब हम बाद में
जी.
सोचते हैं कि अच्छा हुआ ये चीज हो गई लाइफ में, राइट?
जी.
सो
मेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग भगवान को लेके बहुत अलग है. मुझे ये लगता है कि गॉड इज नॉट सम गाय सिटिंग इन द क्लाउड्स, जो हमें देख रहा है और जज कर रहा है. आई थिंक इट इज अ ग्रेट इंटेलिजेंस, अ फोर्स दैट इज ऑलवेज अराउंड अस, which is
यस,
always nurturing us, taking care of us, and we are part of that force.
यस,
मैंने
इट इज
इनफैक्ट एक बार ये
इनसाइड यू.
कोट लिखा था, बहुत
यस.
बहुत छोटा सा कोट लिखा था मैंने, that my idea of a god is a bigger candle lighting up many smaller ones.
वाओ.
एक बहुत बड़ी कैंडल, बहुत छोटी छोटी कैंडल्स लाइट अप करी, द फ्लेम इज द सेम, द एनर्जी इज द सेम. So I always feel that we contain that divine energy, that divine flame always within us, and that has
What
all
a
the potential.
beautiful thought you have said, really. Like a huge candle is there who has lit so many small candles, and it is burning in everybody's heart, right?
Yeah,
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 yeah. So
yeah.
definitely would
So
love
I really
to.
believe that that is how God guides you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely I would love to know more quotes from you. So definitely we'll be connecting later on. So now my next question goes, as you told that your grandmother was always there to motivate you, to encourage you, and to teach you, to inculcate a lot of values in you during your childhood, right? But at this stage, at present, whenever you feel that you are stuck somewhere or you are feeling somewhere low or demotivated, because life में मौके आते हैं, आप कितने ही highly charged रहो, highly
जी.
motivated रहो, there are moments where for particular small moment or a minute हम थोड़ा सा setback हो जाते हैं, हम थोड़े से डिप्रेस हो जाते हैं कि यार
जी.
क्या करूं मैं. तो परेशानी आ जाती है. ऐसे टाइम पे कौन आपकी हिम्मत बनाता है?
मैंने देखा ऐसे टाइम पे हर सक्सेसफुल आदमी के पास 99% लोगों के लाइफ में एक मेंटर होता है, और उसकी एक बहुत बड़ी जगह होती है. मेरी लाइफ में मेरे मेंटर है डॉक्टर दाइसाकु इकेदा. ही इज अ ग्रेट बुद्धिस्ट फिलोसोफर. He is a humanitarian, he is a peace activist, he is a wonderful man, and he's written volumes of books, many books. So every time I am low, I go back to one of his books, I go back to one of his teachings, And the very heart of his teachings is, मैंने देखा है कि उनकी टीचिंग का मेन कोर है कि हर इंसान के अंदर जिस डिवाइन फ्लेम की मैं बात कर रहा था, वो पोटेंशियल है, और वो पोटेंशियल हमेशा होता है और हमेशा रहता है और वो कभी जाता नहीं है. It is how we are able to bring that out. So every time I am low, every time I am I'm in doubt of myself, I feel something is not right, something is amiss. One of the things he teaches is go out and give hope to people. The best and the shortest way to earn hope, even when you're hopeless, is give hope. Altruism, compassion, these are the things that bring that every time feel defeated, which we all do sometimes in our life when something doesn't work out, I go out and give hope to someone else, encourage someone else. And in turn, I realized my defeat was nothing but a lesson that I learned. So I always go back to my mentor. He's a wonderful, wonderful support in my life. It is only because of him. I am whatever I am today is because of my mentor. So we have to remember that. Guru Shishya Parampara is part of our culture. Arjun had Dronacharya.
Yes.
सबके गुरु थे और सबके mentor थे.
But it is very important to have one spiritual guru or one mentor or role model kind of person, in everyone's life. हर किसी की life में वो एक guru होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Otherwise, you feel directionless. You don't know where to go.
Actually, I really believe that a mentor is far more than a guru. Actually, somewhere guru और आपके बीच में एक distinction होती है. Guru वहाँ पे होता है और आप यहाँ पे होते हैं. Whereas with the mentor, you are equals always. Yeah. Because a mentor always believes you are another mentor in the making. A mentor knows that you have a potential and he helps you bring out. And every mentor wants that his disciple should be 10 times bigger than him. So I feel that वो एक अलग step चाहता है, when the right mentor is the one who brings out the mentor within you. The right guru is the one who brings out the guru within you. So that is something that I always found in my mentor.
So Jitesh, it was very nice talking to you. So coming to the end of our program, I just want you to tell one message of inspiration to all of our viewers, right? How they can proceed further in their lives.
So the only message that I want to give to people is that हमने एक एज ओल्ड saying सुनी है that कर भला सो हो भला, और हमने उसको बहुत क्लीशे बना लिया. हम उसे डिनर पार्टीज में बहुत बोलते हैं. So we are very spiritual at gatherings and dinner parties, and we try to talk about spirituality and show our goodness to the world, which actually stems out of fear. But the only message that I want to give to people is that it generally is a very big mantra that works. So whatever you sow in your life, you only reap. So when you give good to people, when you do things with the right intent, आपकी अगर intention pure है, अगर आप लोगों का भला चाहते हो, अपना भी भला चाहते हो, उसमें कोई बुराई नहीं है. अपना भला सोचने में कोई बुराई नहीं है, पर किसी और का बुरा करके भला मत करो. कर भला सो हो भला. So if you are able to do good to other people, it is a great privilege. And if you are able to do that again and again in your life, then you are creating a great future. And then you are also expanding your humanity. So my only message to people is all spiritual practices, all religions are beautiful. They say the same thing. But हम बाकी चीजों में उलझ जाते हैं और कोर मैसेज भूल जाते हैं. कोर मैसेज है आपकी जीवन आपकी करनी है. सो अगर आप अच्छा दूसरों के साथ कर रहे हैं तो आपके साथ अच्छा ही होगा, और अगर आपके साथ कोई बुरा कर रहा है तो आपको बुरा वापस करने की जरूरत नहीं है. कर्मा ऑलवेज टेक्स केयर ऑफ थिंग्स. सो माय मैसेज टू पीपल इज जस्ट गो आउट एंड डू गुड, एंड डू गुड सेल्फलेसली विदाउट एनी मोटिव. पाप पुण्य बात की बात है, पहले अब आपके अंतरात्मा को अच्छा लगना चाहिए. दैट इज माय मैसेज टू एवरीवन.
या थैंक यू सो मच जितेश. यहाँ पे मुझे एक फिल्म का एक सॉन्ग की लाइन याद आ रही, जैसे आपने बताया कि जो बोया है वो पाएगा, अपना किया आगे आएगा, जैसी करनी वैसी करनी, राइट. इसीलिए जितेश जी का जो मैसेज है कर भला सो हो भला, उसे हम सबको फॉलो करना चाहिए, अपनी लाइफ में उतारना चाहिए, राइट. विद दिस नोट वी आर कमिंग टू द एंड ऑफ द आवर प्रोग्राम. And in the end, I would like to request Mr. Jitesh Khanna to share his social media handles. Yeah, Jitesh, please.
Yeah. So I am on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook with the name Jitesh Khanna. And otherwise, if you go on Google or if you go on all good sites, you will see a lot of my quotes everywhere. I'm there on Tumblr. My blog is there on Tumblr, again called Jitesh Khanna. You can type. So I am available most social medias. It's a great platform. Social media is a great way to reach out to people and influence them, help them. So I am there. Please go and check. You just have to type JITESH Jitesh KHANN Khanna. Thank you so much and support our work.
Thank you, Jitesh. With that, we come to end of this program. आपसे मिलेंगे फिर एक सफल व्यक्ति के साथ हमारे नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में. तब तक के लिए हमें आज्ञा दीजिए. नमस्कार.
Thank you so much.